Hey guys, it's David. It is a beautiful, sunny, cool, breezy day here on October the 2nd, Sunday. And I've had a great day so far. Me and my family, we went to church this morning. Powerful service, great message. But I wanted to come to you and just thank you personally for all the prayers and the outpouring of love and support through this time right now for me and my family. I can't tell you, every time I get somebody sends me a scripture and how they're praying for me and how they're boldly approaching the throne, believing with us that God is going to heal me. This side of heaven, I'll say that He's going to heal me. I can't tell you how that strengthens and just really emboldens my faith and the faith of my family. So thank you for doing that. Many of you have seen the fundraiser that's up. I think I've got a link up on my page. My family's got them kind of all over, and several people have sent financial support. And I can't tell you what that means to us right now and in the coming months, what that's going to mean. So thank you so much. I listen to a lot of different preachers and tune into different people, podcasts and YouTube and things like that. And there's a great preacher out of California. His name's Andrew Farley. Teaches on grace, and he's really, really good. I would encourage you to listen to him. And he made this quick comparison last week, and I started thinking about this, and I wanted to kind of expand on it. I want you to imagine that you've had a fear of drowning, right, all your life. You just overcome with this fear of drowning in water. You don't like to go near the water. When you go to the ocean, you don't get in the water because you fear it. And then one day you're in the right place at the right time, and you get to meet Olympic gold medalist, the greatest swimmer of all time, Michael Phelps. And you just form an instant friendship with him. You guys talk for over an hour, and you start telling him about your fear of water. And this is what he tells you. He says, listen, I'm going to do something for you that is kind of unprecedented. He goes, I'm going to possess your body with my spirit. And you're going to know how to swim, and you never have to worry about drowning again. You'll never drown. I promise you, you'll never drown in water. You're thinking, wow, this is really great. And then he says, hey, I've got this book that tells you everything you need to know about what we've just talked about and what's just happened to you. So that's great. So you thank him and you go home. And every now and then you crack that book open, or you hear about a Michael Phelps seminar and you go to it, and this is what you hear, and you really don't get past the first page of the book. And here's what it is. Michael Phelps really cares for you, or he wouldn't have done this for you. And that we should always be grateful to Michael Phelps for what he's done. Right? All good. That's all, and it's all true. And you are, but you never get past that first page. And then one day you get an invitation to go to the Olympics, right? Greatest sporting event in the world, greatest athletes in the world competing against each other. And so you get your plane ticket and you go. And you arrive, and as soon as your plane lands, security meets you at the plane and says, hey, are you? And they say your name. And you say yes, and you show them your ID. And they sweep you away, they put you in a limo, and they take you to the Olympics. And you're asking the whole time, where are we going? Where are we going? And the only thing that you're told is, you're about to do what you've been prepared to do. And so you think you're just going as a spectator to the Olympics. And the limo doesn't take you to the stands. It takes you kind of around, and you go into the dressing rooms of all the athletes, right? And you have your own, and they take you down this long hallway, and you get to your dressing room, and it doesn't even have your name on it. It says Michael Phelps on it. And you think, well, this is strange. What am I doing here? And they put you in the room, and they close the door behind you, And you're looking in the mirror, and the only thing hanging in that room is Michael Phelps' Speedo. And they keep knocking on the door asking if you're ready. And you're thinking, if you're like me, there ain't no way I'm putting the Speedo on. And especially if I have to go out in front of people. But you have no choice. And so you put the Speedo on and you look in the mirror and you think, man, I look ridiculous. I am not a swimmer. I'm the person that has always feared drowning. I'm the person that doesn't get near water because I fear it. But now you're being ushered out to the pool. You're looking out at the stands as you walk, and they put you into place, and you're looking back at people, and they're actually laughing at you because they're thinking what you're thinking. This guy's not a swimmer. What's he doing here? And you look down that line and you see all these guys that are in the best shape of their life. And at the end, you see a guy holding a pistol, and he's holding it up in the air. And you know, as soon as that gun fires, the race is on. And all at once, bang, the pistol goes off. And you wish at that moment that you had read more in that book that Michael Phelps gave you. Because there was so much more to learn. I'm telling you right now, as you feel and just can imagine your feet being on the edge of that pool, feeling your toes hang over the edge of that pool, getting ready to jump in, you're dreading that gunshot going off. But the other day I heard that gunshot when the doctor looked at me and said, "You have cancer." I didn't jump in the pool, I was pushed in the pool. And in that moment, this is what I had to rely on. Everything that I knew about that book that God gave me when He possessed me with His Spirit. Because in that book, this is what I learned. That I have access to the mind of Christ. That all fear is conquered. My fear of drowning is over. Because I know that I've been possessed by the same power that raised Jesus from the dead. I read all throughout Scripture where God calls me healed. That by His stripes I am healed. That He heals all my diseases. You see, I had to get past that first page. And so in that moment, whether I would sink or swim was not even a thought. I knew I would swim. I knew that all my competition, the competition that wanted to drag me to the bottom and drown me, all my enemies, which is one thing that we heard a lot today in the sermon today about the demons, that want to oppress you and make you think that you are not victorious. They want to drag you to the ground and drown you and make sure that you think that your greatest fear is about to come to pass. But there's more in that book than what we give it credit for. So I hope today that when you think about that moment, because there is coming a moment when you're going to hear the gunshot and you're going to be pushed in the pool, and you're going to realize I am no longer a spectator in life. I am a participant, and I am to do exactly what Jesus would do, because I have the power through Him to do it. Sink or swim? Nah. Sink or swim? I'm winning. I'm going to win this race. Why? Because if you had looked past that page in that book of Michael Phelps and you zoomed in on him carrying all these medals around his neck, you would have seen that those medals didn't even say Michael Phelps. They had your name on them. One of them has my name on it. I'm already won. It's already won. I'm already victorious over this situation. Thank you for standing. Thank you for believing. And I would encourage you today, before that gun goes off, get in that book and find out what's there, because you'll find out that you will win.